Do you ever catch yourself saying something manipulative to others? Have you ever wondered where your need to control things comes from? Chances are you might have a manipulative personality and don't even realize it. You might even be pushing people away with your behavior. But don't worry, we're here to tell you all the signs of it and how to work on it yourself. If you're new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos and leave a comment below saying I subscribed. I'll try my best to reply to as many comments as possible. Let's begin. Number 12. You get your own way. Do things seem to go your way consistently? Do you always walk away after getting your way with someone? Do folks appear to follow your instructions? This can indicate that you're trying to control other people. If you're not conscious of what you're doing, you might assume that this is what always happens. But the truth is that you can be acting in a way that manipulates other people into doing what you want in order to keep your peace. Number 11. You're good with words. Even though there are several effective techniques to persuade others without being manipulative, this goes hand in hand with succeeding in your goals. You're manipulating people if you're aware that you have a technique of getting them to do what you want. Again, maybe you're unaware that you're doing it on purpose in a particular situation. You believe that it's simply the norm. But somewhere within you, you are aware that your goal is to influence people to alter their beliefs or their behavior. And you've got the power to do that by persuading them with your words. Number 10. You like to receive more than you give. You've probably heard the saying, giving is better than receiving, but if you're a manipulative person, you'll give just to get what you want. You have a gift for reading people and figuring out what to do to get what you want from them. You almost never help someone out without expecting something in return, right? There's no doubt that being kind to others is a good thing, but if you just do it in the hopes that they'd benefit you back, that's manipulation. You're not only being insincere with the people you're doing good deeds for, but you're also merely doing them with an ulterior motive. That's not good, is it? Number 9. You're the master of disguise. It's natural that people's behavior changes when they're around others, and it could be for a variety of reasons. They could suffer from low self-esteem, which is one of those causes, but we're not referring to that at all. You are manipulating someone if you alter how you behave, speak, or dress around them in order to blend in and gain what you want. To establish a connection with them, you're attempting to have them believe that you are on their side and just like them. Because then you have a better chance of persuading people to follow your lead. Number 8. You like to have the last word. Do you have the ability to out-talk others? Do you only rest after having the last word? This could indicate manipulation depending on how you use it. For instance, if someone disagrees with you and you argue with them till they don't understand what you're saying, that's manipulation. Most likely, you're more interested in wearing them down and winning them over to your point of view than in actually persuading them to believe whatever it is you're saying. Do you regularly find yourself convincing others to follow your wishes or act in a particular way? Someone that's manipulative has deep awareness of the psychological tricks that can wear people down and are exceedingly persuasive. Number 7. You like guilt-tripping others. A very obvious symptom of manipulation is guilt trips. And some people are experts at making other people feel guilty. They're adept at using just the right words and actions to eventually make the other person feel so horrible and guilty that they comply with their wishes. This kind of manipulation frequently happens within families, particularly involving the mother. It's possible that you are skilled at saying just the right words to make people feel bad. It's also possible that you seem agitated, like by crying or giving someone the silent treatment, in hopes that they'd cave in. One of the best examples of manipulation is to make someone feel guilty in order to make them feel horrible or make them do something specific. It's perfectly acceptable to express hurt and disappointment, but if your motivation is to gain anything, it's not sincere behavior. Number 6. You love to lie. Manipulation takes the form of lying. There's no two ways about that. Either you lie to get away with something, or you lie to manipulate someone into doing what you want. Both of these are unacceptable. But if you have a tendency to manipulate people, you probably don't hesitate to tell them lies. You could even rationalize the lie or explain it away. You may even term it a white lie in an effort to make it sound nicer. Number 5. You punish people. Perhaps you punish by withholding affection or by sharing a passive-aggressive Instagram story. In any event, it's absolutely manipulative if you have a strong negative reaction to things not going your way and take it out on others by punishing them. The silent treatment is another tactic that manipulative people frequently use. You might do that to get a particular emotion from others. You want them to keep coming back and pleading for your attention, so you ignore the calls, texts, and emails and enjoy the ego boost. Number 4. You don't keep promises. Yes, promises that aren't kept also mean manipulation. Maybe when you said it, you really did mean it, but right now, it's just not worth your time or effort. Or even worse, you couldn't have ever intended to keep your word. Making unfulfilled promises to close friends, family members, or romantic partners is a strategy to trick people into remaining in your life. Number 3. You project onto others. We frequently transfer our own anxieties and self-hatred onto other people. Projective identification is a type of manipulation that almost usually occurs unintentionally. Let's say you lack trust and believe that no one can be trusted. Those you project on can wind up internalizing your judgment of them and believing it to be true. So now you've got your guards up because of things that happened to you, and you've let out your insecurities on the other person, making them question their worth and trust levels. The worst part? This one people don't even realize. Number 2. You like to play the victim. The idea that anything is never your fault is another tactic used by manipulators. No, even when it's obviously your wrongdoing, you look for ways to make it someone else's fault. Manipulative people frequently look for an excuse for everything. And as we know you're good with persuasion, even if it isn't someone else's fault, the blame will be shifted. Rarely is there any sense of responsibility. In fact, you might find yourself using their anger against them to justify the wrong act. Number 1. You gaslight others. This is a really effective trick that manipulators use. It entails intentionally distorting reality. When it comes to distorting reality to suit one's own needs, a manipulator might be viewed as a genius. Whatever the actual reality is, you might make it appear as though it's the other person's fault, leading them to question their own sanity. You know that they'll be so messed up by the time they're done with you that they'll give up. How to work on yourself. Any relationship can suffer from manipulation. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship with family, a romantic partner, a friend, or someone at work. It's simple. You take advantage of people when you manipulate them. Some people might not understand what you're doing, but others will. And once they understand this, they won't want to continue building a relationship with you. Recognizing your usage of manipulation is the first step. The next is to consider what underlying trauma may have contributed to it. You can get help with this from a therapist, which I advise. Couples counseling is also a smart choice if you're in a relationship. It can be very challenging to rewire that circuitry, since habits of manipulation become ingrained, but it's not impossible. Make sure you're being honest with your closest friends and asking them to be kind if they notice you manipulating. Accepting that you can't always get what you want will be another huge part of the process. Think carefully about how you engage with others and ask yourself, what am I trying to accomplish here? Do you think I'm being honest about it? You've already taken a big step by admitting that you might have a manipulative personality, and ideally, you want to change. You can cut down those habits and fulfill your needs without lying to others if you do some inner work and healing. It might be challenging to interrupt a cycle where you follow your emotions wherever they take you. But if you want to understand how to alter your behavior, it's essential. It would be beneficial if you concentrated on the idea that you can discover mental self-control all on your own. What others do or say can't affect you if you don't let them. Also, letting go of that need to control every situation and person is something you'd have to work on. Your emotions will eventually align with your thinking, making it easier and easier to maintain healthy relationships. Now you need to watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. It will show you 14 signs that you have an attractive personality. Make sure to watch it now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.